Nike won't say this, but these two shoes are built for completely different runners. And if you pick the wrong one, you're going to hate it. So Nike have made two shoes and they've both got the Vomero name. However, on foot, they're completely different experiences. The Vomero Premium, it's soft, plush, and feels luxury, but it doesn't have the best stability. It absorbs impact beautifully, but it definitely leans towards a lighter runner. The Vomero Plus, on the other hand, it looks chunky, but it feels surprisingly light. It has a much more stable platform, proper support through the midfoot, and Zoom X tech that actually gives you an energy return as opposed to taking it away. So the point of this video is simple. I'm going to show you how these two shoes differ and which one you should buy based on your body type and running style. Because if you choose the wrong one, you're going to have a completely different experience to what you've expected, and you might be disappointed with the money you've spent. And the shoes, they'll spend all the time in the box. Starting with the Vomero Plus, the design here is bolder, chunkier, and a lot more structured than the Premium. But what surprised me immediately is that it doesn't feel nearly as heavy as it looks. On foot, it's actually a really light balanced shoe, with a level of energy return that honestly feels closer to something like the Adidas Adizero Evo SL. You get that sharp rebound underfoot, but with far more stability built into the platform. The upper uses a more supportive mesh with stronger sidewalls, and the heel count has a proper hold to it. Nothing feels loose, nothing feels overly soft. It's all built around stability. The midsole is where the Plus really steps away from the Premium. The Zoom X setup is firmer than the Zoom X you get in shoes like the Invincible or the Streak Fly, but that's exactly what makes it work. It gives you actual rebound and doesn't collapse under your weight. Even visually, Nike has gone with a sculpted midsole that wraps around your foot a little more, and that's a big part of why it feels so controlled through the stride. This colourway, the coral and orange, looks fantastic in person. It pops, it looks modern, and the shoe definitely makes a statement. Switching over to the Vomero Premium, this shoe goes in the complete opposite direction. The design is softer, sleeker, and much more relaxed compared to the Plus. Everything about it signals comfort first. The upper uses a looser, more flexible mesh that wraps very gently around the foot. There's far less structure on the sides, and the heel counter is noticeably softer. It's comfortable straight at the box, but you can feel straight away that it doesn't guide the foot in the same way the Plus does. Underneath, the midsole tells the full story. You've got a plush cushion setup paired with visible AirPods, and it gives you that classic sink-in softness the moment you land. It absorbs impact beautifully, like I've said, but it also absorbs a lot of your energy, which means it doesn't give you much back on toe. So this creates a very forgiving, cushioned ride, but it also means the shoe can feel a little unstable, especially if you're a heavier runner like me or someone who needs structure through the midfoot. Where the Plus keeps you centered and controlled, the Premium lets you sink deeper into the foam. Visually, it has that lifestyle runner crossover look. Smooth lines, soft shapes, and a very plush aesthetic. Side by side with the Plus, you can immediately see the difference in purpose. The Premium looks and feels like a comfort-orientated shoe, while the Plus looks and performs like a structured daily trainer. Now let's get into the midsole, because this is where the biggest difference sits. The Vomero Plus uses a firmer, stabilised version of Zoom X, and honestly that is some of the best Zoom X Nike has ever used in a daily. It's not that ultra soft, bouncy Zoom X you get in the Invincible or the Streak Fly. Instead, Nike have firmed it up, shaped it with a bit of a wider base, and built more structure into the sidewalls. The result is a midsole that feels energetic, responsive, and controlled all at the same time. And you really feel the energy return here. It's sharp, snappy, and you don't lose force into the ground. Every step feels like you're getting something back. It's efficient underfoot, it doesn't collapse, and it gives the shoe a much more performance-focused feel than you'd expect from something that looks this bulky. The Vomero Premium sits on the opposite side of the spectrum. It uses a soft cushion midsole paired with visible AirPods, and the moment you put your weight into the shoe, you can feel it compress. It's plush and it's forgiving, and it absorbs almost all of the impact, but it also absorbs a lot of your energy. You don't get the same return or rebound you get in the Plus. Instead, your foot sinks into the midsole and you ride it out into a slower and lower pace. It's incredibly comfortable for easy miles or recovery runs, especially for light runners, but the instability becomes noticeable at faster paces, or for anyone who needs a bit more control through the midfoot. If you're anything like me and a heavier runner, you might find these uncomfortable. So the midsole tech tells you everything you need to know. The Premium is designed for comfort, but the Plus is designed for stability and performance. So after testing both, here's what I really think. The Vomero Premium is the better choice if you want comfort, plush cushioning, and that premium feel underfoot. The Vomero Plus, on the other hand, is the smarter pick if you want a lighter, more versatile daily trainer that still delivers structure without that £200 plus price tag. Both are excellent, it just depends which runner you are. If you want more honest side-by-side comparisons just like this, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And if there's a shoe you want reviewed next, drop it in the comments.